Hey folks, I'm Mike. I'm with Porch Protection Systems. Today I'm going to show you how to properly measure and install your porch protection system. Here we go. Alright, when measuring your porch, so when you measure, you want to get inside of your window and or the inside edge of the mounting surface. Once you get that measurement, you're going to add 1.5 inches to both sides for a total of 3 inches. So this opening right here is 32. Add your 3 for an 1.5 inches on each side to mount your turn buttons, and that'll give you 35 inches. So this curtain A, needs to be at least 35 inches wide. And on your height, you're simply going to measure from the ground up to where you need to be. And this one is 81 inches. We're going to mount this just below this header board right here. So the inside of this frame, or the inside of this surface, is 81 inches. And that's how you get your opening for your curtain sizes. All right, now we're going to go ahead and install this curtain so you can see exactly what we're talking about as far as your mounting surface and the extra 1.5 inches you need. All right, you take your curtain, unroll a little bit, let the strings roll out from behind it. You let the curtain roll down, hold it in place, take your hardware out, prepare to mount it. You're going to check left or right to make sure you have a good enough exposure for your turn buttons to mount. Once you determine that, you're good on your left and right, go ahead and put your header screws in. Screwing them into the fascia nice and tight. Then you're going to take your main pulleys. You're going to mount those main pulleys right behind or reach behind the curtain. Pull the strings down. There's going to be tape there supplied to keep the strings in place. You're going to untape the rope. Let it dangle down, and go ahead and wrap it around the curtain, and then bring it up in front of the curtain to feed it into the pulleys. Once you have it fed into the pulleys, then the main pulleys, then you're going to route it to the end pulley. Get everything undone. Take your other main pulley and pull that through to the end pulley also. Now it's prepared for buttons. Alright, for this application, this is curtain A. It's the first curtain of this porch. We went ahead and doubled this one to cover both windows of this porch. So the total length of this, or total width of this curtain, is 71 inches. Again, we got the inside measurement of the mounting surface right here to right here. That's our mounting surface. The inside measurement added 3 inches, and that gave us our total width. Again, from the bottom to the top is 81 inches. Ideally, you'd like to have about a 1 inch gap at the bottom, so your roll bar, so the roll bar does not rub on the floor of the porch, especially if you have a concrete porch where it's going to rub that string raw and or your curtain. What's important to note is not all porches are going to be the same, so contact the office to see if your porch, talk to Suzette at the office to see if your porch will work out. You might need some modifications depending upon how much surface area you have to attach your buttons. All right, we have our curtain mounted with the end pulley, your main pulleys, feeding it through the rope to the end pulley and bringing it down, and we're going to mount a cleat here. We determined that it's best to mount the end pulley on this side of the curtain due to the door here. So now that we have this mounted up here, you can see right here where this extra 1.5 inches comes in play. The fabric here that houses the turn buttons, or the grommets for the turn buttons, gets mounted to this surface right here. But here's how you mount your buttons. All right, the real simple thing to do is we always either draw a circle or just do the top. Once you have your position determined, you go about 1/8 above that. Check it, bam, should be good to go. Find your location, trace it, 1/8 of an inch above that. Put your screw in. And that's how you affix your turn button. It's important to note when you're doing this, always start from the top and work down. So when you get all your buttons done, you're going to mount your cleat. Cleats are personal preference as far as height. There's no standard, so mount those where you feel comfortable with. So as we look at this curtain B, here's an example where you may have an obstacle in your way of the actual curtain being mounted. So call the office, describe or email a pic to the office, and they'll be able to make recommendations on avoiding those obstacles. Alright, let's speed up the camera here and we'll review the process as we mount these 3 curtains. Again, you're going to unroll the curtain a little bit, let the string fall down behind the curtain, hold the curtain up to the fascia board, one person on each end. Make sure you got your coverage on your left and right so you have something to mount the turn buttons to hold the curtain down in place through the grommets. Fasten all your pulleys down, put your end pulley in, take your rope, pull it behind the curtain, pull it around the front of the curtain, pull this rope up, put it through the pulleys, and then through your end pulley and pull it on down. And you're all set for mounting your turn buttons. Now to save time, we'd like to go ahead and mount each curtain to get them all up, to have make sure that seam line that you see right where the hands are matches the one next to it. Make sure everything's left and right and straight and level. So we mount all the curtains all up at once, get all the pulleys in place, run all the string through it, and then proceed to the next curtain. And then after we have all the curtains up at the job site, then we'll come back and do all the buttons to have them all done at once. But the main point is you want that seam line you see at the top of the glass where it meets the fabric. They all need to line up so you have a nice straight seam line going across the porch. If you do have any questions, don't hesitate to call the office at Porch Protections or go to the website porchprotection.com. Call Suzette at 302-629-4430. They'll get you fixed up. Enjoy your porch year-round. Keep your porch clean and dry and enjoy your porch year-round with the Porch Protection Systems.